is brought to you by Marinucci's Deli, the best deli in the city of Philadelphia. Q-102. Now he turns the voice on. I fuck with it. Heavy. Let's go.
Switch.
What up, Doe?
Hell yeah. My man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
Can
having
you hear?
me, guys.
Everything
Yeah, I can hear. We're good.
Hell yeah.
You
My
guys,
man.
What is this? Is Northeast Philly? It's like you
Nah,
guys.
this is East Philly. This
East
is
Philly?
Northeast.
Okay.
Northeast is when you get up into Tacony.
I
and
mean,
shit
it's
like
all
that.
relative. Like I live in University City, so this is northeast of where I'm from.
Well, yeah,
Right,
that's all right. That's
Yeah, if you're in the
valid
confines
point,
of
valid
the I guess it is East Philadelphia.
it's
It has to
All
be
I
East
know
Philly.
is it's
Claim
in the
East.
cut. I was driving for like half an hour, and I was like, I'm still driving.
yeah.
It's a cool neighborhood,
He's like-
though. It reminds me of like going to pick up drugs. You know,
I don't think that's. I don't
Yeah,
think that's what we
this
aim to look for.
This is like
a
a
drug spot. Spot where you pick up drugs.
any future guest is trying to come on Sarcasm Podcast. Disregard what he's saying. please.
yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm kidding. So what's up, dude? Yeah, hear that?
Yeah,
Little Rugrats up there running around, dude.
I like that.
It's unbelievable.
You got a full house over here.
Dude, I know. It's
It's like,
unbelievable.
it's
They're
like
supposed to
Home
be in
Alone
bed.
1.
It's supposed to be in bed, but they're not. Of course. It's Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're here
bro,
with
when-
Let 'em
Buster.
live.
When you were a kid, Friday night. Remember when we were kids though? Friday night meant like TGIF TV was about to be lit. You stop
Right.
at Blockbuster, get a game. fucking
Yeah.
Turn up.
Nah,
Dude,
that was
I-
probably
cuss
before
on
me.
this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dude, I missed that Blockbuster smell, bro.
I always say that. That should be a candle.
Right.
What?
What do you mean? Oh,
I don't
you're
think.
young
Yeah,
bull,
he's
right?
a young buck.
I'm a little young. Yeah. No,
I don't think. Have you ever stepped foot in a Blockbuster?
Yeah, I've stepped foot in a Blockbuster. You know what I mean? It was few and far between. But
There's still one in Oregon.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
like the
one.
only one.
That's the only one. That's it.
Yeah, so it would always be this smell of plastic mixed with their carpet and the candy and the popcorn.
Yeah.
And it would hit right, and yeah, man. Blockbuster
Hell yeah.
was the shit.
Dude, I love Blockbuster. So Q-102,
Yeah.
you're killing it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
listen to that shit.
I appreciate that, man. You know,
Whenever I'm in the car, Q-102 is like the station. Now,
Yeah,
now
that's-
the wife
it's
is
either-
like listening to, what is it?
Power 99.
Yeah,
oh, that's
Power
cool.
99.
That's our sister.
Yeah, dude. It's unbelievable,
The
dude.
street leaders.
Clubonics.
Yeah. MayfairImports.com.
Right.
No, Power 99's cool because they're literally right next door because they're iHeart too.
Okay.
So they're our sister station. I'm good with all those people. But yeah, Q102. You know, I've been back in Philly now for about 2.5 years. Q102's been in this market for 31 years. It's a legendary heritage radio station. You know, so I'm happy to be a part of it.
Who do you think is the godfather of the radio stations in
Pierre Robert on MMR is
Yeah,
the GOAT.
yeah,
He's in the
Pierre.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen him. I've seen him at the last Ozzy show I went to.
I believe it. I mean,
yeah,
he's
he
the
was there.
man.
Yeah, I was about to say Pierre Robert is definitely like a staple in Philadelphia radio.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
artists respect him. Like
Hell
they
yeah.
come to him. You know, he's the GOAT. He's the
Right,
OG.
right. So, what anything new you got coming up or what?
Yeah, we got the Jingle Ball happening. That's in December. So
That's going to be insane, bro.
It's Doja Cat, AJR, Kane Brown, Saweetie, a bunch of other ones. But we just announced yesterday or Wednesday that Big Time Rush is coming back. Do you guys know?
Oh,
who
yeah.
that is?
Hell
They're
yeah.
having a reunion thing now, right?
Right, and then they're reuniting on our stage.
Holy shit.
So
What?
that's kind of a cool deal. I gotta be honest though, like I wasn't like they're cool, but that really wasn't
Yeah,
my
it
wave.
doesn't.
Nah.
I don't think it's anybody. It's not like a Big Time Rush residence show.
Right, you're right. It was a Nickelodeon show back in the day, and then they had, like,
I
a couple
remember it. You know what I mean? I
songs.
remember
Hell
it.
yeah.
So you know, whatever. The boy band, you know, they sell tickets. That's all I.
Right.
Let's go.
They didn't have one last year, correct?
Right,
Or
we
did they?
we had a virtual one on TV, but that was it because you know the panini.
Yep.
Panini. That's what I'm
Them
gonna start
fucking
calling it.
fajitas, man. It's all about them fajitas, dude.
Shout
Lighting
out
shit on
Wings.
fire.
Hey, thanks for the beer, guys.
Oh yeah, hold on. Oh yeah,
There's
clack
money
it
more.
twice if you need one.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right.
Money more where that came from.
Hell yeah.
I was like, yeah, what do you prefer for food and drink? He's like, I'm a cheap date. light beer and pizza.
Yeah, come on, man. What are we doing?
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
We had a guest. I won't say his name because he'll probably beat me up. I was like, "What do you?" He's like, "Well, what do you do?" I was like, "We're gonna get it catered." He's like, "Yeah, anything but seafood. I'm allergic to seafood. Oh, and no asparagus." And he like started like,
Who the fuck says no asparagus?
"Dude, I can't say his name, dude.
All right. I don't even know who he's talking about at this point.
Can't do
But
it."
the fact that asparagus was even a question on the menu.
Yeah, like I didn't.
Healthy guy.
I watched some of your guys' stuff. I was like, I don't think that I'm getting asparagus.
Thank God. That's what we're going for.
Well, no, that's why I ask. You know what I mean? We'll do whatever. It is
Yo,
what
if
it
you want
is.
asparagus, I got asparagus in the crib. I'll cook it up. You know what I
I'm
mean?
straight, bro.
So, all right, I'm just saying. If you're an asparagus guy, we can make it happen.
So you guys do the after show, post game
Well, for the Birds?
Eagles.
Yeah. Well, we can't say Eagles because another company owns the trademark or license agreement or whatever. So we always say like after the game or go Birds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So after the game's over, you stumble over from Lincoln Financial, come to the live casino, and there's that Sports and Social, the little gambling spot where there's a billion TVs and there's a bar and a restaurant and shit. So Bex and I broadcast from there with DJ 9, and we turn up, we give away tickets, we give away jerseys and shirts and shit. And
What?
No
Yeah.
way. Wait,
Tickets
are
to
you going to
games?
be there this Sunday?
Yeah.
not tickets to the game, tickets to like concerts and
Shit.
And yes, we'll be there this Sunday.
I'll be
Damn.
there.
Pull up.
I don't even know what time's the game start for. I'm going to the game.
It's
I don't
a
even know. It's a
1
1 o'clock game.
It's 1 o'clock.
That's an early tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tailgate the game at all?
I did last home game.
Really?
Mhm.
We sponsored the tailgate last home game. Bird Herd tailgate.
Where were you
It
guys
was
at?
lit. Jetro.
Jetro.
Oh, okay.
And
It's where all the real
7?
Philly guys go.
Yeah, we
I
were
was
in
full Philly in that motherfucker, dude. That was
C-Lot,
crazy.
I think.
Yeah? Did you get nuts? Did you have a DJ and shit like that too? Or
Yeah, I didn't get nuts though because I had a gig after that, the party that I'm talking about.
Oh, shit.
So it's like you got to stay alive. I've been doing this partying for a living shit for a long time. So it's like you learn to figure out how to pace yourself and be professional enough while you're turning up.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah, I haven't learned that yet.
you'll get there.
I mean, dude, I feel like we got to point out the Canadian tuxedo jacket,
Can
bro.
you-
Yeah, that shit's
Can
cold,
you see it?
bro.
Hold on. Is it? there
Oh,
you
it's
go.
on there, dude.
Canadian
That's like
tuxedo.
something that like
Gotta.
And the serial killer Gorilla Monsoon glasses. And the Morgan Wallen mullet. This shit-
Morgan White.
Bro,
Whoa, hold
you
on.
are
I don't know if I want to be
crushing
tied
it.
to that name right now.
100%, 100%. So, real quick, what got you into like radio? Like, did you go to school for it, or what's
Yeah, sorta. I took classes to learn like the basics of broadcasting and how to edit audio and press the buttons and talk on a microphone, that basic shit. But I started hanging out at a radio station in Detroit. That's where I grew up, and I started interning, but it wasn't a real internship. It was like a fake internship, which meant that we hung out on this show. And the reason why I got in there was because my buddy he's the one who got the invite from the host, and the host was trying to fuck him. And so he had him come in, and I was like, hey man, you're getting in the studio every night. Like, I want to get in there. So I would tag along, and I started like learning how to.
Did your
do
boy
stuff.
take one for the team, or?
I don't even know what they did, but I was worried about my
I like that.
Dude, there was oh my god, I forget his name. I'm definitely not gonna remember his name.
What?
But there was this. Remember when like disc jockeys were like the names of like the radio guys? Is that still a thing?
What do you mean?
So this guy was given like a speech, like a motivational speech,
Okay.
and he did terrible in school the whole time.
Yeah.
His whole life.
Sounds about right. Well, that's the story with a
Yeah,
lot of us.
does terrible in school, whatever. And then he got a job. He interviewed to be a disc jockey at this radio station.
Yeah.
They said no. Kept going back. And then he got a job as like a maintenance man. This one night, this disc jockey guy gets like wrecked. He can't even be on the radio.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And then he's
Rocco
like-
the janitor.
Yeah.
Rocco
yeah.
the janitor?
And then he
that was
like
on Wired 96.5. That was my old station.
No,
Really?
in Philly?
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Let's
And
hear
then,
about
he
Rocco.
like
What
he
the
like
fuck?
filled in for him or something.
Yeah, so fun fact, that was all that bullshit. That didn't
Dude,
happen.
dude, you just ruined my whole motivational aspect that I got from this story, dude.
No, that didn't happen at
It
all.
was like a
So-
don't quit.
Yeah, that was a big thing back in the day. Back in the day, they used to have, it would be big stories whenever a new jock came into the town and started on the station, and this was
Right.
before social media, so you could make up anything you wanted. And you could be like, all right, well, a janitor broke in the studio, and let's say that he's Rocco the janitor, and this guy just happened to fall on the air, and hey, ha, ha, ha. But really, he moved here from Louisville and did radio out there, and
Shit.
wherever he came from. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah. That was a while ago. That was probably like 15 years ago.
Damn.
I hate to ruin Santa Claus for you.
I
bro.
know.
Dude, literally, because I like took that.
Dude,
I'm
just
like, you know what?
crush your
Never give up.
dreams.
Never give up anything you're doing. You
Be
be that
consistent.
guy. You be Rocco the janitor.
I mean, by the way, I've also seen plenty of situations where we've put on guys who were just hanging around, you know, who didn't have any sort of training or anything, and
Right.
they've gone on to make millions of dollars as morning show hosts. So
Holy shit.
So, you guys give away a lot of shit.
yeah,
You have people call in.
yeah.
Is any of that like pre-recorded? Like, what if you get like some nut on the show and he just starts rambling around like something crazy? Like, do you just hit the end button real quick?
So we have
Like, how does that work?
we have a couple situations of that. Like sometimes it's pre-recorded like seconds before, and we'll run it up. But we're also on a delay, so whatever we say hits the airwaves 18 seconds later, and we have a dump button where we could cut that. And so if all of a sudden we take a live call and they start hitting F-bombs and shit, we just hit the dump button and hang up on them, and then we can keep it moving.
Oh shit! That ever happened to you?
Yeah, oh yeah. There's been times where I've had like people in the room, like interns and shit, swear, and I'm like, okay, cool. I've also been not on delay and had an intern swear. It was the end of the show. I was in Fresno, California, and I hosted the night show, and it was the last break of the night, and I'm on the air. I'm like, all right, I'm hungry. You guys want to get out of here and go get some food? And the intern girl's like, yeah, I'm starving. Let's go get some fucking burgers. And I was like, and we were not on delay.
Oh shit!
And
It was rolling uncut.
real quick, I was like, yeah, Fuddruckers burgers sound great. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Damn.
So luckily, nothing happened. You know,
Dude, that's
I
straight
mean, how
off the
big? I mean, is that like a bad? Like,
Fuddruckers?
you can get in trouble for like Steven's letting one slip.
you can, if the way the FCC works is it would take someone to report it, and they would have to have a clip of the audio. So, so a listener would have to have the audio and then send it to the FCC and report it for you to get a fine.
I mean, you can't replay that, right? Can you like replay?
Yeah, there's
Different days?
things that we could replay, or sometimes if people have the technology to go in and like you can record things, you know, but via streaming or whatever. And
Dude, that's crazy.
yeah, and if back in the day when radio station feuds were a big thing, where all of a sudden like, you know, this station in town plays the same music as this one and they beef, a lot of times they would try and get each other on shit. So they would, like, old school shit, they would roll tape on their competition, look for them to fuck up, and then send it off to either FCC or advertisers. Oh, hey, Wendy's, the people that you spend money on are trashing your chicken sandwiches right now. You gonna keep spending money with them? Here's the audio.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, that's a cutthroat industry.
I know.
That's how it used to go down. Not so much.
Well, I was
anymore.
gonna ask too. Like, is there like Radio Olympics? Like, is there any beef anymore between
a little bit
stations?
A little bit. Yeah, it's not as crazy as it used to be. It's wild here in Philadelphia. So like our competition is the station I used to work at. Wired. It was Wired 96.5 when I was on it. Now it's whatever the fuck it's called. But the afternoon dude is like one of my best friends. I was in his wedding last year,
Oh shit!
and him and I are on at the same time, competing for the
Damn.
same audience. You know, but it's also like, I don't know. I'm confident enough in my own shit to where I'm like, hey, man, we can all eat. I mean,
Right.
I still think I'm
Everybody
the best
eats.
of all time, so it is what it is. But, like,
I like that. I
Hell yeah.
like
You know.
that. Talk your shit, son.
you know.
He said I'm the best of
Oh
all
God,
time.
the tuxedo jacket's on. Look at him. Oh, he's
He's
taking it
taking it
off.
off.
It's getting fucking hot in this basement.
That's one thing too. The new curtains. Peep the new curtains, guys.
Yeah, I
peep the
like this,
backdrop.
man. You know, I got to
Look at-
be honest. I thought when you were closing these curtains, I've been watching too much Sopranos. I thought I was about to get clipped.
Yeah.
Whacked.
Easy cleanup.
Whacked.
Yeah, right? There's no plastic on the floor, so all right.
And we were talking briefly too. You're a huge Sopranos fan.
That's the best show ever.
Did
Best
you,
show.
did you ever see Sons of Anarchy?
I've watched episodes. I've heard it's great. It's like the biker Sopranos, right?
Yeah, kinda.
It's like white
Yeah.
trash.
Actually, you know what?
Sopranos.
The way crazy fact. I literally just before this movie came out, I just binged all the Sopranos for the
Dude,
first
it was
time.
bad. Like I was talking to him the one day, and I said
For
it
the
was Sopranos,
first
dude.
time?
Exactly. But I was like,
Yes.
dude, you're how old, and
Bro,
you have never
I-
seen a Sopranos? Like you were alive and like well when the Sopranos were airing on the TV,
You know what?
and you still didn't watch that.
I'll tell you what though. I'm happy I didn't because I didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
I
hear
literally
that.
watched that shit like a long ass movie, dude. Literally.
He'd be up
So-
to like 6 o'clock in the morning watching the shit.
I get it. I'm on literally right now. My girlfriend has never seen it, so she's like, this is my 5th time running through the whole series, and I'm doing it with her. So, and it's funny because like now she's hooked. But
Yeah.
the first few episodes, I had to be like, look, watch,
Yeah.
watch,
Yeah.
look at this. You know? But now it's like, you know, we're addicted to it again.
Bro, I started talking like Tony Soprano, dude.
Oh,
It's
dude,
hard
this
not
shit
to.
It is very.
goes,
That's what I was saying.
Marron.
Yeah.
Well, no,
yeah.
I wasn't using the terminology. I was like this fucking guy.
Oh, for
Like I was
sure.
just like,
Yeah.
what the
I
fuck is
talk
this
like
guy
that
doing?
anyways. Like there'll be times where I'll be like, fucking birds.
Yeah. let me ask you this: favorite scene, Sopranos.
I mean, I just said it. Pine Barrens, the episode where Christopher and Paulie Walnuts are in the woods chasing that big Russian
and they're
dude.
cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the ketchup packets.
That's a
Oh
good
my
one.
Literally, he
God.
gets it back.
I love that one. When they take out Big Pussy in the boat,
Yeah.
that's a whole.
Oh, when he comes down in the room,
Yeah.
and all three of them are just standing there looking at him. He's like, just not the face.
Yeah.
Just not the face. Yeah, I love that episode because I think that Sopranos. I've never seen a show capture dreams the way I think dreams happen. Like my dreams don't make any sense,
Right.
you know, and that's how Sopranos dreams
Yup.
are. It's always like
With the fish.
The fish.
Whoa.
The fucking fish.
Weird. That was so weird.
And then he
dude.
gets it for Christmas. He throws it. He's like, get this fucking thing away from me.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome.
I have two. One being when they do the intervention on Christopher.
yeah.
That was fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
start like busting his balls about it, like basically saying like, no, fuck that. You don't need help. You just shouldn't be an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't say favorite episode. I'm gonna go scene here. When he has a dream that he's fucking the psychiatrist, and he
Yep.
sees her, and she starts getting him
Oh,
pissed
yeah.
off, and he's sitting there and he's just like, you know, I had a dream. I fucked your brains out last
Yeah.
night. And he's like, you loved it.
I'm like, that's such a baller. Like, what can you say to that? You can't say shit. Like, it was
Dude.
in a dream.
You know where I'm at right now in my 5th time running it is right when he starts banging the dealership chick.
What's it? Is it BMW?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah.
She's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could tell
She's nuts.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then that's another thing. He starts having fucking dreams about her too after, you know.
totally.
I don't want to get any
Oh yeah,
spoilers
sorry
out
to
there.
sorry to ruin the show that's been out for 23 years.
Yeah, but you said your girl hasn't watched it yet.
that's
I don't know.
true.
It's-
That's true.
She's watching tonight.
She's
Don't
watching it now.
I don't want to, you know, give it out any spoilers.
All right, well, let's not. Yeah, hold on. The show was ruined for me. With I think was the biggest spoiler of all.
In the movie at the beginning.
No, I didn't see the movie, the new movie
Okay,
yet.
okay.
I'm talking about the actual show was ruined for me when I was watching it the first time. About Christopher and Aid.
Oh yeah.
That was ruined for me. There's a big thing in that if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I was in tears. I swear to God, I was sitting there, I was crying.
That's a rough one because everybody loves their relationship.
It's awesome.
And Christopher's the man.
She was in Sons of Anarchy.
Was she?
That's right. You know,
As Jax Teller's baby mom.
She didn't age well.
Nah.
She was a smoke in The Sopranos.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's like,
Well, how many cigarettes do you think they took in the
sure.
takes? And
Ripping darts, bro.
I'm sure there was some narcotics done after the show.
without question.
Probably. They just did. Who was it? Who was the brother-in-law at the end of the series? The dude got killed on the trains. I forget his name. The train sets, I should say, not the trains.
I don't remember.
The brother-in-law.
Whose brother?
Who's brother? What?
Tony Soprano's brother-in-law.
Oh,
What the hell's his name?
The fat guy?
Yeah. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah.
He takes care of Junior
Yeah,
when
so-
he's
yeah.
all senile,
Right.
right?
Bobby
yeah.
and the dude that plays Christopher Moltisanti was just on some kind of like morning show or something, like some like.
Were they pimping the movie?
Yeah. And they Bobby looks exactly the same.
The movie's badass.
Chris aged a little.
aged
Yeah.
Chris aged
Right,
like
right.
Got long
milk.
hair
Yeah.
and shit.
He does not look well at this point.
I mean, he looks all right.
I mean,
He aged better than Adriana.
that's true.
Looks like
That's
fucking Corey Feldman. Nah. But yeah, Sopranos is your favorite. That's insane.
Yeah.
It quickly became mine after like season 2.
I think it's the
For
best,
sure.
the
I
best
was
show.
super addicted to
I
it.
just think in terms of writing, like the layers of that, and then it's long ball because it's like you'll watch an episode in season 5 that tosses back to like a split second that happened in season 2, and
Yeah.
you know, there's times where you're like, oh shit, this is from da 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 da.
Yeah. Was it hard for you to point out in the movie the characters? Like who they were and shit?
Nah, that was pretty. I mean, again, I watched it with my girl. I was like, that's Paulie.
Yeah.
Watch.
Hell yeah.
Now hold on. You ever seen Rescue Me with Dennis Leary?
Loved Rescue Me.
I think that's got to be personally my favorite show. Of
That was
all
a great
time.
show. Yeah, he was a firefighter in Chicago, right?
New York.
Was he in New York?
Yeah, it's right after 9/11.
That's right. Yeah, that's why
The
he
whole-
was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself you're a movie guy? Show guy, movie guy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was real big into movies when I was a teenager. That was kind of what I wanted to do. That's kind of sort of how I fell into radio, to be honest, because
Do you want to be an actor or something?
I wanted to be Kevin Smith. I wanted to.
Did you ever meet him?
No. He's on the list, man, of people that I would love to. He's on that list of.
Bro, I got to connect.
No shit.
I'll talk to you after.
All right. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever been asked the question of if you could have dinner with, like, say, 4 celebrities or anybody, dead or alive. If you could have a dinner with you have a table, 4 people, dead or alive, who's on there? I think Kevin Smith might be on there. You know, because
Damn,
like,
he's on your Mount Rushmore?
yeah, dude, I just fell in love with like his style of writing and directing, and I also loved
I imagine you've seen all of his movies.
all of it. And I also loved, you know, I sort of borrow some of these practices in what I do, because if you pay attention to the stations that I've programmed, because I don't just host, I'm also the program director. So
Oh shit, you're
like
that honcho.
if you pay attention to it, like you'll see, like a lot of times I bring around my friends to do what I need done. A lot of times it's like if you're a coach and you need to bring in the players that you know can run the playbook that you're trying to execute.
Right.
You know, and that's something I feel like I sort of borrowed from Kevin Smith, because it's like, all right, this movie had Muse, this movie had Jason Lee, this movie had Ben Affleck, you know? So, yeah, I thought his whole vibe was dope. And you know, it's funny because we're talking about Sopranos, we're talking about Kevin Smith, and we're out here in Philadelphia. I grew up in Detroit, and to me, I always wanted to be out here. I always wanted to be, I lived in New York for 4 years. I wanted to do that. I love Jersey. I love Philly. I feel like Philly and Detroit are cousins. And like,
Right.
you know, and so I feel like, to me, being out here on the East Coast just like feels right. I feel at home, and a lot of it comes from when I was a kid being like, I belong out there. I wanna be
Right.
out there, you know? So
I
all
feel-
that
Damn.
shit was my wave.
I feel like the East Coast is like that dirty, gritty part of
Reality, baby.
of America. Even
Hell
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the West Coast, that polished. You know what I mean? Everybody's
It's
know
polished,
with
and then
that.
it-
And it's a bunch of pussies.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
Philly.
For
I mean,
some-
you could be famous and you could still throw your hand. Like Little Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
He's still He's
some
got
reason,
what? He's got a fucking $2 million jewel in his head, and he'll still
he got
rumble
that
you on
shit
the
out. He
street.
almost died on that.
Did he?
motherfucker. Yeah. It's a crazy thing. Like, for whatever reason, people have this mentality that in order to be rich, in order to be famous, in order to be like successful, you have to relocate to California. You have to relocate to the West Coast. I don't understand that.
Well, I do. You don't understand it because you're from out here, right?
Yeah.
You don't understand it because this is such a big town. But if you're in middle America, you basically have two options, New York or L.A.
Right.
There you go.
And depending on what your flavor is, that's where you're going.
Whether you like cold weather or not.
Yeah, and like if you enjoy the grit and the toughness of a town like this versus pussy ass LA, and you want to be out there in the sun all the time and fucking off in Santa Monica or something like that, you know. So I think
It's true. It's all true.
Big shots of Santa Monica.
yeah, yeah. But it's like I feel like I don't know, like that's why you don't understand it because you're so exposed to what's out here.
Right.
But like if you grew up in, Wisconsin, it's like this is a whole new world to you. And
For sure.
Right.
And a hike up to New York is nothing for you guys. Whereas like if you grew up in fucking Idaho, it's a
fucking
big
peeling
deal.
potatoes
Going
and
to Times
shit.
Square.
Yeah, like Waukegan or some shit like that.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Yo, you're from Waukegan and you're trying
know
to make it.
Waukegan.
You're not gonna stay in Waukegan.
Is that a real place?
Yeah.
What's your guys' Twitch, John? Because I'm gonna share it on my.
Dude, I honestly don't even know, bro.
That's great. It's a great.
I've never even logged on to Twitch, bro.
Maybe someone can hit us in the comments and let us know what our.
Yeah,
shit is.
yeah.
Yeah, I
let's know in
don't,
the comments
dude.
if you
I
know
don't
what
know.
Twitch
I don't
is.
know how to set this up, dude. It's literally Streamlabs. The only reason I got it because you could stream on multiple platforms.
Oh yeah,
So,
here
yes.
it goes. I found us.
Really?
It's called Sarcasm Podcast.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
It's
Yes.
on Twitch.
Yeah, bro.
He's
now-
like, we're on Twitch right now.
Oh
All
shit!
right.
What's
Hello.
up, Twitch?
Hello,
Now-
Twitchers. How are you?
Yeah, now I'm hosting on my shit too. So there we go.
Oh hell
Oh
yeah.
shit.
I didn't even
Technology.
know, like, but I know this is like Streamlabs OBS, but like, dude, I had no idea.
Who set this up? Why are you so like?
Well, because I was using OBS, and then I was like Googling shit, like how do you stream on
Is that
multiple
the same
things?
thing though? Pretty much.
But
I
yeah,
think
but
so.
you can only stream on one platform
For
with OBS.
OBS, yeah.
With Streamlabs, you can do like 5 at a time, which is
Right.
insane.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, man. This is all new. I mean, I know they got all the crazy ass widgets and shit you could put on the screen.
Yeah, see, like even look at your chat joint.
Yeah, I don't know how to
So
do
click
that.
multi-stream. Click that. So now you'll be able to see there if anybody's chatting on all the platforms versus the
Because
one on the left.
I'm getting comments on like Facebook and YouTube.
Oh,
and
there
Yeah,
all,
you
but,
see,
like,
look at these joints popping in. What are they talking about?
he must
Killing
have
them
took
all.
Frankfurt Ave to get there. Josh Lodge.
yeah, see, like I have a couple on YouTube and shit that's not popping up on here. So I don't know if it's delayed. Maybe I have no idea.
Patrick Brady talking about killing the mullet. Thank you, big guy.
Hell yeah, he's actually fighting. So December 4th at Rivers Casino, we got
Yes,
media
sir.
passes to the Art of War. It's at
Yeah.
Here's Casino, and
Is that like
our-
MMA shit?
yeah, MMA, and our good friend Pat Brady is making his professional debut. He's a monster,
Oh, I'm in there. Let's go.
dude. It's insane, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And he's making his pro debut, and I'm pumped to see this dude rip somebody. He's huge. He's like 265 with abs.
What's
dude.
he
My
fighting?
guy.
What do you mean?
Like who?
I don't know. Some dude from I think Alabama or something, or
He's gonna
North
get
Carolina.
trashed anyway.
I know,
Yeah.
Pat Brady's putting his head in the mat.
100%, dude.
That's
Or
great.
Kane.
When,
Canvas,
when
I
you
don't know what
shake
they
his
call it.
hands, it feels like you're holding a thing of
Silverback
bananas.
gorilla's hand. Dude, what are you talking about?
Dude.
That thing
He's a
crawled
big
around my
boy,
hand
dude.
twice.
Yeah, those fighters don't know how to like be graceful when they shake your hands. They're like crunching your fingers.
Does anybody know Get Your Life Together podcast?
Yeah, that's my brother. That's Nugget.
What's up, Nugget?
He said, you want to read his comment?
Yeah.
Once he gets drunk, ask him about his least favorite people he worked with and get his opinion on polarizing political issues.
Oh, fuck off.
See, like, none of them are popping up here. I don't know.
That's my dude. That's Nugget. He's our night host on Q102. That dude, so he started with us in Detroit, and I worked with him in New York. We lived together there. Most recently, he was doing mornings in Dubai, and then we just hired him and brought him back to the States on Q. And he, honestly, he's one of the funniest people I know, man.
Wait, hold on. He was doing mornings in Dubai, and it was like, you know what? I'll come back to Philly.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. No, actually, I do know why he wanted to come back because he's wild. Like, he says crazy shit, and he was liable to get thrown in jail out there in Dubai because they don't let you say anything on the air because everything's all hot. It will cut off your hands. So like,
damn, dude,
he like
that's crazy.
He wanted to get out of there and come back to the States, and obviously like working together, it's a vibe. So yeah, I love that.
Holy shit, dude!
Dubai's definitely a weird town.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yeah,
and everybody's like rich and drives like, Lamborghinis and shit.
Dude, it's just like what's
just like Northeast Philly.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Actually, there's a place that just opened. It's called what the fuck's that place called? Where you can rent like bougie ass cars and shit.
RentBougieCars.com.
I forget what it's called, but it's literally like 2 blocks, or probably like a good half mile down the street.
That guy who does those commercials, Mayfair Imports. That guy, I just heard one that hasn't hit the air yet.
Oh, God.
And it's for some joint in Jersey that allows you to, it's like weed-infused food. And the commercial, he's like, you can smoke and eat. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
They got the same voice guy for those commercials.
Bro, we went to Roger Wilco the other day. And like,
shout out to Roger Wilco. I fuck with those guys.
Yeah, like in Roger, right before you leave and check out, they got like fucking weed right there, like to buy.
Oh, for real?
It was.
I need to spend more time in Jersey.
It was and shit.
The gummies, and they had like the sativa leaf.
Actual bud?
Yeah, there was sativa leaf
flower?
and shit.
CBD or whatever.
No.
It was Delta 8. I know Delta 8's different from Delta 9. I think it's Delta 9.
I want that Delco 8.
We're not with that. Nah, this is Northeast Philly. We'll claim Northeast Philly over East Philly, but Delco is not our spot.
You grew up in Delco. What are you busting balls for?
Yo, the only time I went to Delco, every one of my boys got arrested.
Oh, God. He's talking hard right now. Look at him. He took off his Canadian jacket.
Yeah, he drank enough Pink Whitney. Now he's ready to fucking kick some ass.
Hell yeah.
Story about the Pink Whitney real quick. We went to Roger Wilco. And he's like,
looks like a stomach ache.
He's like, I need some vodka because I don't want to eat carbs after a certain time. And he gets Pink Whitney. It's literally sugar in a bottle.
Yeah, that's
Yo, Dave.
Shout out to Barstool. They gave us that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm kidding. I wish.
I'd be wetting the pants if Dave Portnoy gave me a
pause.
Hey. Yo, that's El Prez.
So real quick, wrestling fan.
Yeah. Deep in the game.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I've been at that.
What was your first show? I ask everybody this whenever I hear somebody that watches wrestling, because I remember my first show. I'm like, dude, what was your first show?
I remember my first show, and I was, I think, 5 years old, and it was a house show in Pontiac, Michigan, where WrestleMania 3 happened.
Yep.
Just a couple years after WrestleMania 3. And, my parents got tickets. My stepdad was like a cheap motherfucker. So whenever we got anything, it was always like the shittiest. So it was cool because we went to wrestling, but we were touching the ceiling. We were we were last row, like next to the wall. But when I was a kid, I was pumped. I was
right.
This is awesome. So that was the first time I ever went. But then I went a ton of times after that. And now, like, I've done a lot of work with those guys. So whenever they come to town, I'm usually ringside. So I love it, man.
Oh yeah, you just went right. Then you went with Flippin'All.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Flip and Jay Nice, those are my guys from when I used to host Hammerheads over here
back
in the day. I used to host that thing all the time, and those guys became the clique. And then I always make sure that they're in the house for whenever we're ringside.
Hell
it's the right move.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's a big wrestling guy too, Flip.
Oh, without question.
Hell yeah. We just did, I was Macho Man for Halloween, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
I was actually Nacho Man.
Nice.
Because I'm a little bigger, but.
When I was a kid, I was like Ultimate Warrior and shit like that.
Hell yeah. Do you dress up for Halloween?
This year, I wasn't wrestling. We hosted a Halloween party at Vesper. And
hell yeah!
I was Hannibal Buster.
Vesper's sick.
I was
Hannibal
shit.
Buster.
yeah. I had like the mouth shit on and the convict suit. Whatever.
The straight jacket?
Nah, I couldn't do that because I had to do shit.
Right.
I thought it worked.
It's hard when you're at the bar.
What? Can I ask where is what's Buster? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Or is that like a secret?
No. So my real name, my mother named me Brandon. And when I started in radio, they just were calling me Brandon on the show that I was hanging out at. And I just didn't think there was enough to that. Like, I needed something, and I came up under I just love showmanship, and I came up under guys that had fun names, and I always was like, I want a fun name. I want, when I go out somewhere, people to be like, oh shit, that's da 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 da.
Yeah.
And
nobody's like, oh shit, that's Brandon.
There's Brandon. There's Kyle. Yeah, look at Josh is in the corner. So I always wanted something that like had a ring to it. And when I moved out, I was Brandon for a while, and I moved out to Fresno, California when I was 20, and they started calling me Detroit, because that's where I'm from. And I was cool with that because that was kind of cool. I had a little juice to it, a little swagger. But then when I left there and went back to Detroit, and you're not going to be called Detroit in Detroit.
Right.
So then my boss was like, and I wanted to work for this guy real bad, the guy who was bringing me on in Detroit at home. And he was like, you know what? You make a lot of noise, so we're going to call you Noise with a Z. I was like, fuck. But it's like going to WWE and Vince McMahon wants to call you some dumb shit, and you're like, I don't care, I'm signing, whatever. Call me Dick Sandwich, I don't care. So I was with it. I was like, cool, I'm Noise, whatever. But I hated it because I would be out at stuff, and they're like, oh, who are you? And I'm like, I try to drop my shit. I'm like, I'm Noise. And they're like, what? No, I'm like, I'm Noise. Noid? No. Like, you hear a noise? Like, I'm Noise. And they'd be like, okay. So I was like, man, I got to ditch this. So then when I moved to New York, I got an opportunity to change my whole shit. And I started racking my brain. I'm like, all right, what do I want to do? I want something that, I was going through the checklist of things that I wanted. Like, I wanted my name to be able to punch through when people called on the air. And, I wanted something that was sort of self-deprecating, that was animated, funny, cartoony, something you couldn't take too seriously.
Right.
Because a lot of times, I say some shit, and it's like, how serious can you take Buster? If I offend you, and you're like, oh, Buster said da 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 da, and they're like, okay, well, first off, his name's Buster. So I wanted something like that, and I started thinking about characters throughout, that I liked throughout my cartoon characters, and I settled on Buster Bunny from Tiny Toons. I was like, what was that little smart ass bunny? And I was like, Buster Bunny.
Shit, yeah.
And I was like, oh, Buster. And I was like, I kind of fuck with that. So then I started running it back in my head, started calling a couple people that I trusted, and they're like, dude, I fuck with that. So when I moved to New York, that's when I started running with it, and it's been 13 years or so now. So I just kept it.
Today Buster was
now
born.
all your boys and shit call you Buster?
Yeah, a lot of, at this point, I don't.
You are, but your ID says Buster. That's it.
I mean, no, but the only people that call me by my name is my girlfriend and my mother and maybe kids I went to high school with. But other than that,
oh shit,
pretty much all Buster.
Damn.
Or Flip will be like, Bus, hey Bus.
Yeah,
yo Bus.
He's a big conspiracy guy.
Oh yeah, he's deep.
We had him on 2 years ago. We did a big conspiracy episode, dude. We had 6 people on the mics.
Yeah.
And we were just bouncing different conspiracy theories off each other, dude. It was insane.
There was probably a conspiracy
Flip has
that was created that night.
Dude, this dude has an infinite knowledge of every conspiracy, dude.
Oh, he does.
Blew my mind a couple times.
Yeah, he's a smart dude though.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most conspiracy theorists are very intelligent, but then
too smart for their own good sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. It's crazy.
So I'm talking about jet fuel can't burn steel eye beams and shit like that. It's like, dude, like who the fuck knows that shit?
Yeah.
Dude, there's people that tried that shit. I don't even want to see. I don't even want to get into it, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna get a deep rabbit hole.
I don't even want to get into that,
off.
dude. Fuck that, dude. We'll be on here for fucking.
I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist myself, though.
What's your favorite one?
I don't believe anything. That's my biggest problem. Like, especially because I've been doing what I do for so long, and I see sometimes how things get manipulated, especially by money.
Right.
And I'm like, and I'm like, this can always happen at a greater level, so there's no reason why it wouldn't happen at a greater level. So I just don't believe anything, and sometimes it bothers me. I'm like, man, why am I overthinking this? But like, things will happen, especially like, and I also don't believe in mob mentality, cancel culture, any of that shit. So whenever shit goes down and everybody's all up in arms, and I'm like, I don't care if DaBaby said what he said.
Right.
Who gives a shit? And sometimes I'll be like, wait a minute. The fact that everybody cares is because they're trying to distract us from this.
Right.
You know?
Dude, you get down a rabbit hole that you seem to not be able to get out of.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Like, and then I live by the most simple fucking saying ever. 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
So like, shit, if it makes sense, it's probably true.
And follow the dollar.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Welcome to Joe Rogan, the Experience.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
So wait, so you mentioned earlier, real quick,
Yeah.
to go back to what you were saying about your 4 people
Oh yeah.
that you would sit down and eat dinner. Who are those 4 people?
Oh yeah, hold on. So we get
That's
Mr.
we
Mount
got off of
Rushmore
that
right there,
topic
yeah.
so
All
quick.
right.
I wanted to know this because that's a great question.
It was a good circling back on that.
Okay, so I'll keep Kevin Smith. Adam Sandler,
Ooh.
Vince McMahon, and Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers or Eminem? I got to clarify.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but in this particular
That
example,
person.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the
Doesn't
person.
matter.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
But I see where you went with that, but like,
If
whatever.
they said like I
Whoever the
wouldn't.
fuck shows up that day, I'm just happy he's in there.
Either way, he's in there. I would say I would probably take Marshall Mathers. I don't know about Eminem, but if
I'll take Slim Shady, all of it. You know, Pause.
if Marshall
All three.
Mathers shows up, he's on his shit that night.
Pause.
But think about that table. We got Slim Shady, we've got Adam Sandler, we've got Vince McMahon and Kevin Smith.
Yeah, we'll get a
If I
webcam
get 5,
on
I'm
there.
putting Jim Carrey in there.
Oh,
You stole
that's
one.
a yo.
You
That's
stole one of mine.
Oh,
That's
for real?
it.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Who else is in your stack?
Chris Farley.
I get it.
How
Farley?
are you?
Alright,
that's awesome.
Are you? Dude, did you ever
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
did you ever see the video of when they all started like SNL together? They went out to dinner and Chris Farley has on this suit that's like looks like he just got it from like a fucking like secondhand
Thrift
shop.
store,
yeah.
yeah.
So he's in there and like it's him, David Spade, fucking the guy that just died. Who's the dude that just died? Neil or Norman?
Oh, Norm McDonald.
Norm McDonald.
Turd
it was
Ferguson.
him.
Legend.
Adam Sandler was there, and like this girl who who was the supermodel with the mole here?
Cindy Crawford.
Cindy Crawford. It was her.
90s shit, bro.
Yeah, it was her.
Sid, why the
And they
fuck
were
was Cindy
all-
Crawford there?
Because she was a guest on SNL.
Oh, okay.
And they all went out to dinner, and
Well,
like
you
it
threw
was
me
like
through a loop. I was
it was like
why the fuck
it was
is
like
she
a
at the same
candy
table as
can
him?
thing. And like you would think when like Chris Farley, like how he acts in the movies, dude, that's how he acts.
Right.
Just
Well,
like-
that's what they always said.
Yeah, that's just
You
how
know?
he is. So like to have a serious conversation with Chris Farley is just like doesn't happen.
Right.
You know what I
He's
mean?
too busy on fucking speedball.
Yeah, for sure. So Chris Farley for sure. Jim Carrey, you gotta have Jim Carrey, dude. You know what I mean? Like
Goat. I just almost fucking
I'm-
vomited.
I'm going The Rock.
Love that.
I'm 1000% going The Rock, dude.
I do really
Dwayne?
want to have a conversation with The Rock one day.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have a musician in there now, dude.
Can I? Well, if I was gonna do a musician, well, he's a singer, but I would do Axl Rose.
Really?
Oh.
That's an interesting one. I like that. I
'Cause
like
he
it
was
though.
So fucking crazy.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Davis.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
100%.
Going back to The Rock, I think the reason why that would be cool is because like you pick up inspirational shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
And one time I interviewed Shawn Michaels, and to me he was the
Wait, what'd you say?
One time I interviewed Shawn Michaels,
You spoke to Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels on parties and high kicking.
Ew, love that line.
How was that? Were you nerding out?
I was marking beyond belief because he was my favorite growing up. And so it was when I was in Indianapolis. And so he was doing a Comic-Con thing or whatever, right? Here's the crazy shit. So I get there, and I had already spoke to his manager through email. So I knew I was going to be good. He was lacing me up. But when I get there, I see that Shawn Michaels was in this like room by himself, and he had this line that was basically around the hotel, and he had like his shit was sold out and whatever. But then they had all these other wrestlers in this room that you could just walk in and like stand in line and meet them. That wasn't private or anything. And in there was Alundra Blaze, Mean Gene, Marty Jannetty, a couple other guys. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to meet Marty Jannetty while I'm waiting to meet Shawn Michaels.
Right.
So I stand in line, and I've got one couple in front of me, and they're meeting Marty, and they want to take pictures with him or whatever. So I offer to take their picture for him. I was like, I'll hold the camera, whatever. We take their picture. Marty's like, hey, you guys see Shawn yet? And the people in front, they're like, no. And he's like, well, when you see him, tell him I want to talk to him. And we're like, okay, Marty Jannetty, we'll tell Shawn Michaels that you want to talk to him. And so I get up there, and I'm talking to Marty. I even asked to interview him, and he's like, oh, man, I'd have to clear it with my people. I'm like, who the fuck are your people? Party Jannetty.
You don't have people.
Yeah, you don't have people.
You're so
I'm talking to you right now.
right now. You are your whole people.
Yeah. So I'm talking to him, and he's like, you want to take a picture? And I was like, yeah, I want to take a picture. So we take the picture, and he's like, you want to hold the belt, man? And I was like, yeah, I'll hold the belt. So I get done with him, and then I get the text from Shawn Michaels' manager. So I'm like, all right, badass. So and in between that, I had gone in another room where they had the horror guys and what's his name, Sid Haig, and the other dude from House of a Thousand Corpses and shit. Those two guys, Chop Top Mosley or whatever.
Yeah.
Those two guys were in there. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. So I get the text from Shawn Michaels' manager.
Now, were you working for a station at this point?
Yeah, in Indianapolis.
Oh shit.
So I go over to where Michaels is, and the line had dried up by then, and they're like wrapping things up. I see the manager. He's like, hey, we're actually getting ready to close the room because Marty's going to come over to talk to Shawn, and they haven't seen each other in 10 years. And so I was like, oh, shit. I was like, all right, well, I can wait wherever you want me to wait. He's like, no, come in here. I'm like, all right. So he pulls me in the room. They shut the door. Marty comes in. Now, I'm in the room with, like, there's 5 of us in there, and 2 of them are the rockers, and 1 of them is me.
Right.
So I'm standing there, and I'm trying not to. I'm like, oh, I'm pretending I'm busy.
Yeah, like Shawn Michaels isn't right there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his camera's up, getting ready to sneak a peg.
Well, I was gonna roll tape or something, but I was just afraid that like audio would start playing, and I would get busted and thrown out.
Or like he'd have the fucking flash on or some shit.
I was just worried about any of that. I was like, I'm gonna keep it cool because I don't want to fuck this up. So I'm in the room, and I'm listening to them talk to each other. And apparently something had happened 10 years prior to that in New York, and that's why they weren't talking. And Marty's like,
shit.
yeah, and Marty was complimenting Shawn on how he was still in shape, and he's like, man, you're ripped. And Shawn's like, well, yeah, I stay in shape. Oh, and Marty's like, hey, I was a whole different type of rip the last time I saw you, right, Shawn? I was dying. I was like, good one, Marty.
Come on, Marty.
And so
Hit bottle of Pink Whitney.
yeah, for sure. So they're sitting there catching up on old times and doing their thing, and then all of a sudden, knock, 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 in walks this giant security guard. Behind him is Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh,
so
shit.
now all of a sudden, I'm sitting here watching the reuniting of Mean Gene, Marty Jannetty, and Shawn Michaels, and they're all just talking shit in this private room, and I'm like, holy shit, this is wild. So whatever. So they all leave, and I'm like reeling over this, and Shawn says to his manager, he's like, oh, is the radio guy here yet? And he's like, yeah, he's right over there. And I was like, hey, Shawn. And he's like, oh, let's sit down, let's talk. I was like, all right, cool. So we do 16 minutes. And he gives me an interview, And it was all pretty standard stuff. It was nothing too crazy uncovered. It wasn't like a hardcore shoot interview. The manager told me not to really do that. He's like, don't really dig for dirt. He's like, just ask cool shit. Talk to him about, he had some hunting show. He's like, so if you can help plug that, that'd be cool. And I was like, yeah, fine. So we talk about that. And then after the interview, I started to walk away, and I was like, I got to do this. And I was like, hey, man, I just got to say this. I was like, listen, dude, like, obviously I grew up watching you. I was like, but I've met everybody. I was like, but this interview really means a lot to me. So, I've modeled a lot of my mic skills after you, a little bit of my personality. So, like, I appreciate you, and, like, thanks for taking the time, and you're the man. So then he's like, oh, great. He's like, hey, what do you do over at this radio station? And I was like, well, I host the afternoon show, and I'm the program director. And he's like, oh, program director? Aren't you a little young? I was like, well, yeah, but, like, I don't know. I've worked hard, and I've always been at the big kids table, and he cuts me off. He's like, hold on. You don't have to explain that to me. You don't have to explain that shit to anybody. Never apologize for being fucking successful. I was like, yes!
Shit.
That's what I wanted from Shawn Michaels. I was like, dude, yes! So that was my...
Did you cry?
Nah, but I did mark out. I was like, all right, man, thank you. So back to The Rock, I bring that up because it's like, that was my most inspirational, like, holy shit. Like,
Right. Damn, dude.
That was a good one.
Dude, The Rock, I feel like I would be like, can you just, like, give me the people's fucking, or the eyebrow right now, please?
Yeah.
Give me a rock bottom on this table.
I just want to hang out with The Rock on his cheat day.
Yo,
Dude.
no, hell no. I'd want to work out with The Rock if you don't want to.
Not me.
You can't
I'd
hang in
fucking
there, bro.
die.
I would. Yo, I'll tell you right now. I would do whatever I need to.
Who's your-
whatever? Where was the camera? Whatever I need to, I would do.
Pause. Right, dude.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like any type of
Wait, who's your 4 people?
at my like. All right, so hold on. Explain the situation, because
Well, no.
I'm getting mixed emotions from each of your tables. I feel like it's like a lot of
Mixed
idols and shit like
emotion.
that.
Well, it's like dinner. It's a hang. You're drinking. It's a little of this.
4 people. Oh, dude, you know what? I fucked up. I'll probably take out Jim Carrey for fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So you just got all wrestlers?
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
No.
At this
you got
point,
Chris
yeah.
Farley in there.
Yeah.
All right.
The Rock,
Chris
Stone
Farley
Cold, and then Jonathan Davis. Like,
What a combo. I love it.
I know, like, what the fuck? But Stone Cold, you ever see that video he did when he's like trying the fancy drinks?
Yeah.
It's one of the best thing ever.
The problem with your list, though, is that The Rock and Stone Cold would buddy up because they're unfamiliar with everybody in the room. So they would be like, oh, hey, what are you doing after this? And so you got to split them up a little bit.
So if we're
point.
splitting them up
Great point.
amongst all industries and shit like that.
Yeah.
You are a sick individual.
Yeah, no shit. Brad Pitt is definitely my number one.
Pause.
Right,
Go ahead, pulls it all together. Yeah, nah, hold up.
Kiss his fucking neck and shit.
Favorite movie of all time, Inglourious Basterds. Oh my God,
That's a
Brad
good one.
Pitt.
That's your
played-
favorite movie of all time?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, it's a good one. But damn.
I mean, either that or Fight Club, and Brad Pitt's
Yeah.
also in Fight Club.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I could probably sit here and spit lines from Fight Club right
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, Brad Pitt's definitely like an idol of mine amongst anyone else.
I mean, he is the man. Yeah, I'm with you.
I heard he stinks
Absolutely.
though. Like
Did
he
you?
smells. Yeah.
He doesn't look like he smells.
I think he looks
Pause.
like
He doesn't like. Is it a pause because he doesn't look like he smells, or is it a pause?
No, it's a
because he
pause
does look
because
like he
you
smells?
make the observation that he doesn't look like he
Like,
smells.
who looks at Brad Pitt and is like, that dude smells.
Who looks at him and is like,
he smells
he
good.
doesn't smell bad at all.
How many?
All right, who's your number 2 here?
Yeah.
Probably Leonardo DiCaprio.
I fuck with that. I'm a big DiCaprio fan.
But he has to dress up as
Jordan
Belfort.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
of course.
there's
Yeah,
no other. I don't want
yeah, he's got to
Jack
show
from
up with a
Titanic.
handful of miscellaneous
or-
pills.
Absolutely, and I'm taking every one of them. Absolutely, on the spot. Don't even tell me what they are.
fucking
Omeprazole
in there.
Yeah.
Omeprazole. All right. After that, Vitali.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
I mean, it's
some
definitely a
inspiration.
weird one. And then after that, it'd probably be either Noel Dazelle or Chris Bumstead.
I don't know who those are.
Yeah, who the fuck are
Those
they?
are both bodybuilders.
Pause.
Yeah, pause on
What
that.
are you doing at this table? What kind of
it's
party is
it's a
that?
lot of weird shit.
It's a solid circle jerk, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You just named a bunch of dream boats. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and some bodybuilders.
You know what's crazy? You know what's even more fucked up about this, too? Is that not one of us had a girl sitting at our table.
That's true.
Oh, hold up. If I could have only one girl sit at the table?
Yeah, everybody name the John that
All
would be
right,
at that table.
You're first.
You did go first.
That's on the show. First female.
Shit.
You can go first.
Yeah, I think I got one, but go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, good.
Angelina Jolie.
So you got Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That's fucked
Fuck
up.
it, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That's awkward.
I know, right?
Is it really? Yeah, hold on.
I got it.
Wouldn't have her, though?
I got it.
Let's see it.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld.
Elaine from Seinfeld?
Because she can hang. And she's bad.
Damn.
I feel the same way about Angelina Jolie.
Who?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, hold up. I'm 3/4 through this way through this bottle right now. Yeah.
I don't know why you do that. I
talking our
don't know why
shit.
you do that to yourself.
Drank a fifth of Kool-Aid.
You know
Devil
you still have
Dry.
the shotgun.
When?
Oh, is that what you guys do here?
Oh yeah.
Potty shotties.
Did you ever do a potty shotty?
Podcast shotgun, potty shotty. We coined a term. You can use it. We'll give it to you.
All right.
Did you ever do a shotgun before?
Copyrights.
Yeah, I've shotgun beers before. The only problem is I'm on such an empty stomach. That's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah.
So I've had a bagel and a coffee today, and
Ooh,
some
that
waters in
sounds rough,
between.
too.
There's pizza up there.
And I'm 3/4.
Yeah, I might need a slice before
Yeah,
I
hell yeah. We'll do it after content.
After, I like that. All right.
Hell yeah.
I'm with
I'm
that.
with it.
So I'll
Hell.
polish off the rest of this bottle before we get up there.
Dude, you're gonna fall asleep. We literally walked in the Eagles game we tailgated 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I walk into this house. He beat me here. He was on my couch sleeping, hugging a ukulele.
I don't know where the ukulele came from. I don't know how I got
He was
here.
literally hugging a fucking ukulele. Like,
I
where does
woke up-
this ukulele come from?
What do you, it was in your house. Where did the ukulele come from? I don't know.
I can play a couple tunes, but that's neither here nor there.
Whoa! Don't be claiming that because we'll make you
What
play
a
something.
flex.
I know,
I
dude.
can play the ukulele.
Do you play any
Yeah,
instruments?
I can strum some.
Nah, I don't know how to play shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Drums, guitar, bass?
No, I
nothing?
have drumsticks, but that's because I have severe ADD. So I'll be on Zoom meetings and like, like on my desk. Just 'cause I need to.
They
fidget.
sell pads for that. Like,
Yeah, well,
practice
my
pads?
desk has like full padding on it, so I'll just kind of drum around on it. Because like otherwise, I'll just fucking run out of the room. Can't do
Damn.
it. I'm so fidgety and nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that is awesome now.
So you're looking forward to Jingle Ball?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a great show.
Where is it at?
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. What time?
It's always fun. I don't know, like 7 or something. We got our boy Elvis Duran is coming in for it, and it's always a good party. And it's cool to like jump on stage, bring artists on, host the interviews for them backstage, that whole fucking thing.
Who are you most pumped to talk to out of all the artists that are going to be there?
The AJR guys are really cool. I think Kane Brown. I bet you. First off, I feel like he smokes. So I feel like that would be a cool vibe.
Yeah, if you need a plug for some hard shit.
Shut up, you idiot.
I am not responding to that. On this
Did you ever meet them
people.
guys anymore? Any at all or
Yeah.
Kane Brown too?
This will be my first time meeting him. Yeah.
So you met
shit.
AJR before now?
Yep.
I seen
Probably
them.
one of like my top 5 bands for like this.
Yeah,
this
they're great.
Decade.
They did that.
They're bad, dude. They're good.
Yeah, they did that. 2 years ago? They had the back-to-back sold-out shows at the Met, and
The Met is unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, it's great, and their show is so cool. Like technologically impressive, the way they use the screen and shit in the
So
back.
check this out. I seen them in the back of Xfinity Live with Dashboard when the dude, the lead singer, broke his foot or something. He broke his ankle.
I remember that. Yeah.
So he was like sitting there on the stage in like a chair, just fucking singing and shit. Yeah, we had like my wife is a die-hard Dashboard Confessional fan, dude.
Okay.
Anytime they're in Philadelphia, I get like the meet and greet things. I get the fucking.
No, wait, hold on. What is
sound.
Hold on. Dashboard Confessional is a band? Am I Am I behind on this? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
100%. No, I'm not. Dashboard confessional.
Yes, dude. See, it's 90 shit.
yeah.
90s
Well,
shit.
yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
Hey,
Yeah.
Christ, like I wasn't born in
What were you-
99.
You were born what? 2009, right? Or
No,
something?
no, not 2009, you asshole. I'd be like 11. I'm 22, and I was born 99.
You are a cat.
I'm
Unbelievable.
as cap as
So,
it
yeah,
gets, I
so-
guess.
So yeah, did you ever meet Chris Carrabba?
Mm-mm. No.
Damn. That's like not.
I mean, I've stayed in the pop lane for most of my pop and like hip hop and
Right,
shit like
right,
that,
right.
You know.
Who's your favorite artist you ever met?
That's what's better than my question.
Machine Gun Kelly and I have the most rich history because.
Oh, let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Yeah, so.
I'm a big Machine Gun
Wait, did
Kelly
you-
guy
wait,
now, not then.
Real
now.
quick before we get into that, did you guys hear that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are dating?
Yes.
I
No,
was-
I didn't hear it. They're dating. No, hold on. They're not dating, as TMZ says. They were caught on a roller coaster or an amusement
Nah,
park
they've
together.
no. After that, they've confirmed that they're dating.
They're-
Pete Davidson.
So what does Kanye got to say about that then?
Who knows?
Who the fuck
What does
cares?
Kanye got to say about everything? Pete Davidson, I have a crazy history with too. But
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly, when he came to Philadelphia for, I don't know if it was his first time, but this was 2012 maybe.
Oh, so this was still in his rap shit?
Yeah. It was when he was like starting his rap shit. When Wild Boy was rapping.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
It's
Call me
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
So he, we're sitting there, I'm doing the interview, and halfway through the interview, he cuts me off, and he's like, yo, I can't tell if you're mocking me or what. And I was like,
What?
and I was like, what are you talking about? This is how I talk.
He's
And
fucking paranoid.
And he was all pissed. And so we get through the interview. We wrapped it up. It was a tense moment. And afterwards, I was like, fuck this guy. Get out of the studio. You're a dick. And his label, the person from his label,
That's fucking great, dude.
she's like, I want you to come to his show last night. And I was like, tonight. And I was like, not a chance. This guy's an asshole. She's like, no, please just come from me. Like, it's going to be a good show. I need you to see this show live. I was like, all right, fine. So I go to the shows when he was touring with Tech Nine. I go to the show, and he put on a really impressive performance. This guy's jumping off shit. He's like, he busted a Jack Daniels bottle over his chest. He's like freaking out. I was like, this
Whoa,
is-
whoa, whoa. Hold up. We're not going to skip over that. A JD bottle is hard to break. If anybody
they're
knows that,
thick.
I would.
They're definitely
at that.
thick.
That's a square-ass bottle. He broke it over his chest?
Yeah. So he's a
Shout
and,
out.
You know, he's nuts. So he does the show, and I was like, man, this is kind of a cool show to see. And after the show, he runs over to his merch booth, and I was standing with the label and my boss at the time, and he sees me, and he like points me out, and he's like, can you stay? I need to talk to you. I was like, okay. And so his manager comes over and invites us into the green room. So I go into the green room. He comes in, and he sits next to me. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, it just got really weird. He's like, I thought you were fucking with me. He's like, when I left the room, everybody told me that that's how you are and that I fucked this whole interview up. Listen, when I come back, whatever you want, I'll do it. And I was like, all right, good deal. So we did another interview when he came back. And, you know, it was interesting because every time, now I've seen him pretty much once a year since then. And every time I've seen him, something weird goes down. Like, I was interviewing him one time, and we're in the back of TLA, and halfway through the interview, the video guy that I brought with me, we're sitting there having a great interview. Everything's going well. Halfway through it, my video guy goes, oh, I wasn't recording.
What?
And I'm like,
Fired.
I'm gonna fucking kill this kid.
You're fired.
So
You're fired.
MGK's like, dude, we can't redo what we just did. And I was like, I don't even want to, man. Just meet my listeners that we had won tickets and shit. And he's like, no problem. So whatever. So we did that. Then like every other time after that, there was always something crazy. One time it was at the Tower Theater in Upper Darby, and he was touring with Limp Bizkit. And after his set,
This is guys.
okay,
Bizkit's is
so
shit.
me and MGK are sitting there side stage watching Limp Bizkit. He comes over. We cracked a fresh bottle of Jameson. It's just me and MGK
What?
splitting this bottle of
What?
Jameson, watching Limp
What?
Bizkit. The next time I see him I saw him in Indianapolis. This is before the Eminem beef really became public. and he started talking shit about Eminem.
Before the oatmeal?
Yeah. He started talking shit about Eminem, and his manager called me afterwards and was like, hey, I need you to cut all that Eminem shit from the interview. We can't have that get out. Like, I don't want him beefing with Eminem, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I still had that audio. So after their beef became public, I put it on my shit.
Oh! He said plug it up.
Yeah. We had a time where I was with him, and he jumped into the crowd, and I had footage of it, and I put it on my YouTube channel. He jumped into the crowd, and someone stole his mic from him while he was crowd surfing, and he started fighting the person that like took it. And I had footage of that. His manager called me. He was like, "Dude, you got to cut that." Like, I was like, "All right,
you know
fine."
too much.
So just every year, every time I saw him, there was always something crazy. But that dude is somebody that I'll always root for, man.
$5,000.
Yeah. How much? No, it's just the relationship is great, and that guy's the fucking man. So.
What do you got, his number and shit?
His manager. So
damn.
Yeah.
That's
MGK
sick.
is for sure my guy.
Yeah, no, he's the fucking man.
So a buddy of mine, Kyle Hediger, tattoos Post Malone and shit like that.
Kyle.
He's tattooed like Bieber and shit like that. He actually, the one time they were out in L.A., he hung out with MGK, the McLovin guy.
Yep.
I don't even remember his name. Fucking McLovin.
That guy. Yeah, McLovin.
Post, like they were all there. They went out to dinner and shit. And he said too that like MGK was like a cool fucking dude.
Yeah, no. Well, depending on who, because he's bipolar. So depending on who you get, you know.
So what are we thinking? Are we thinking like rap and stuff he's doing now is like, why do you think he switched? Music.
No, hold up.
He switched genres for sure.
Hold up. I have a whole thing about this, right? MGK tried to hop in the scene he was not familiar with or was not
I
talented in.
Yeah, maybe I disagree with that
what,
too.
What are
I
you
mean,
talking
was he
about?
really? Like, look.
Just not as successful.
You talking about
All right,
rap?
if you're gauging off like success, he was not successful. But in my opinion, he was still successful, but he wasn't talented in that. When he hopped into the alternative genre, right? Nobody was listening to alternative. Alternative was not on the radio anywhere.
I agree.
Nowhere even near the
104.5 plays.
But
yeah, but that's
yeah,
it. But not
104.5. Yeah,
mainstream.
you have Arctic Monkeys. You have who's the other guy? Cigarette Daydreams.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Cage the Elephant. Yeah, the Cage the Elephant, Arctic Monkeys. Yeah, exactly. Whoever the fuck that is. Both great bands. Both absolutely phenomenal bands. Write all their own music. But MGK hops into the scene and he's hype. He's hip. He's got all these crazy ass celebrities around him and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then he throws out that alternative shit with Halsey and who else was featured?
Halsey.
Halsey.
Yeah.
My bad. Halsey.
Yeah. Same shit.
Yeah.
No, he jumped on the pop punk wave and sort of brought it in.
And I think that was his niche the whole time. Like I think he just missed out on that in the beginning.
I don't think he missed out on anything. I think it played out exactly how it was supposed to play out. I think
I like that standpoint.
I
of it,
think
though.
he
Like,
built
you know
his
what I mean?
street cred because where he came from, you know, in Ohio and shit, like people did fuck with his rap stuff and that whole scene, and that's where he came from. So that's why he wanted to do it, and he does have some jams, but that didn't put him on the mainstream level. It wasn't until he did that record with Camila Cabello that he had a #1 pop record.
Yes.
Bad Things. So then he started to get into the mainstream push. Then he started to fuck around publicly and get in the news and do crazy shit. Then he beefed with Eminem. The beef with Eminem skyrocketed his name into the mainstream.
I'm not gonna lie, I literally hated every moment of that. Like I
did
worked,
too.
So look,
I mean,
at the time I was working at a casino. Will not name the casino
Kill
that I
Shot was
worked at.
banging. I thought.
It was not. It was not. I
think it
literally-
was.
You know what?
I think
Maybe
it was.
it
I
was.
love Kill
It was
Shot.
overplayed for me. Every dude in the casino that I worked with played this on their play set. They were like,
Playset.
at least 2 or 3 times I heard that shit a night, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking over this. Like, just get
Dude,
the
I
fuck
love
over
dude.
it.
Kill
So
Shot
then
was the shit.
When
man.
I heard, I was doing construction at the time. When I heard his alternative album, that's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Pop
called?
punk.
What is
I
the
wouldn't
album's
call it
name?
alt. I would call it pop.
I would say it's the same as like Blink-182. I would imagine.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what he's
100.
going
Yeah,
for, yeah.
that's the vibe it gives
I
me.
mean, Travis Barker produced it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really?
And I
Yeah.
I did not know that shit.
You didn't know that?
No.
Produced that whole album. Tickets to My Downfall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Downfall.
You know, I was supposed to see MGK. He was supposed to be the co-headliner for Linkin Park. Like,
Of course.
3 days
Yep. That's the tour
before.
that he died on.
Yeah. Unfucking believable, dude. I've never seen Linkin Park.
Wait, the guy from Linkin Park died?
Yeah, Chester
Yeah.
Bennington. I just got tickets.
Did you just learn this now?
No. I knew this, but I'm putting it together. I didn't know they had a
ladies and
tour
gentlemen,
with the MGK. My bad.
Ladies and
Don't
gentlemen,
crucify me. Jesus Christ.
we have to leave now.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so I think him walking into the pop punk world was him sort of, I don't think it was him jumping out of a genre because he wanted to get away from it. I think it was a natural evolution. This guy, you've watched him go through, great artists have stages, and this isn't just musically. We learned this with Picasso. You know, there's different periods of different people's work. Even M. You listen to album for album, M is a different artist every
I
album.
like M when he. Oh, like, it might be a hot
What?
take, but I like M when he was back on drugs.
Of course.
Versus
That's
recovery.
that's
like
not a hot
after
take. Everybody says that.
recovery and on when he was sober, fuck all that. Give me M when he was on hard shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take. I think everybody likes young Slim Shady. But my point is every album is part of an evolution of the artist.
Yes.
And MGK, as somebody who's watched him go through every one of these phases, it's just part of who he's become. And I don't think, and by the way, I don't think he's done doing rap shit. I think he will do more rap shit. I just think he's in this wave of pop punk, and you see all the checks that he's clearing off this, and he's going, whoa.
Right.
So,
And hold up. He is also
Dating Megan Fox,
right.
Megan Fox. Like, yo,
Right.
that is.
who has now was on a huge hiatus from acting.
Yeah.
She
Well, her
is
moment
now
kind of
back
passed.
on the scene. Hold up. Yo, she had the whole Transformers thing.
Yeah.
And she got in a fight with Michael Bay, and she backed
I
off
think she
that.
looks a little reupholstered now.
Yeah, but not only that though is that
Yo, listen.
if you
I'd
do
still be
some
on
research.
that.
Wait a minute, if you do some research on this too, she was in like a super toxic fucking relationship where like
Who, with Brian Austin Green?
yeah,
Who
That
was
was
Brian
toxic.
Austin
that's what
Green?
they said. They
90s shit, bro. 902-101. Or 902-101.
902-101.
The show?
Yeah, right? yeah.
90210?
That's where her ex-husband came from.
Yeah,
And they got kids and shit.
right.
Kids and yo, what?
Yeah, she's
yo,
got-
yo, what up?
And MGK swooped.
Megan Fox has children.
Yeah.
Yes,
She has
dude.
offsprings.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
With the dude from 90210.
Holy shit! This is breaking news, people. Breaking fucking
That
news.
and the dude from Lincoln Park died.
Breaking-
This guy.
I've been living under a rock.
Real quick before we end, give me
Yeah.
your best radio voice.
Man, I don't really do that shit. Like, this is my voice. This is how I talk on the air.
That's
This
what
is
I
how
like. It's
how I
all
talk in real
natural.
Well, I was gonna-
It's
all right.
all
I mean,
for
look,
time.
like, obviously, look, you watch, anytime someone plays a radio guy on a TV
I was saying, like,
show,
impersonation
they
wise.
instantly do, like, hey, coming up next, we're throwing down a pound of sound for the downtown. You know?
That's what I meant, like impersonation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
not like your one. I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's always like the caricature. Whenever someone's like a radio guy, they're like, "Oh, do the radio." I mean, I can't tell you how many times somebody's asked me that. Like, so, what's your radio voice? I'm like, you're fucking hearing it, bro.
Yeah, it's it.
You know,
Like the dude from fucking Power 99.
yeah. MayfairImports.com.
He literally stands 2 feet away from the mic and just screams into it.
Bro, that guy cuts checks.
I bet.
That guy
Yo,
gets
what,
paid.
what was the club down
Danny's
in,
Aldo.
down in South Philly? It was on
Onyx. Club Onyx.
Club Onyx, one night only.
Yeah, he used to do all that shit.
Hell yeah.
Everyone that's been kicked out's back in.
Everybody in their
every
birthday
goddamn
suits.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Every goddamn Sunday.
No metal detectors. No pat downs.
Everybody in their fucking birthday suits.
Yeah.
That was literally a thing. Like a couple.
Well,
the
also,
night
do
for
you
Halloween.
remember? Do you remember this? It's your birthday Thursday. We'll give you a free bottle of champagne. Do you remember that?
No.
What?
Before me.
You guys don't remember It's Your Birthday Thursday guy?
No.
Yeah, we used to run that commercial all the time back in the day. It was this dude with the British accent. It's
No.
your birthday Thursday at Van Gogh Lounge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Van Gogh
That
Lounge?
I do remember that shit.
Yeah, every Thursday
It was
was
definitely not
It's
me.
your birthday Thursday.
I was with the
That was, dude,
bullhorns
that
and-
had to be like. When was that? What year?
That was like 10 years ago, at least 15.
I can definitely like correlate that to a time in my life.
That was my dude, London. The guy
London?
he worked with us and shit.
Who? What was Diego? What was?
Diego was on Q102. Shout out to Diego. He's cool.
Who's Diego?
OG.
Yeah, remember Crickwater used to be called Diego's. He owned a bar in Bridesburg. In
Well,
here,
hold
this
up.
neighborhood.
That dude was a firefighter.
No, he was not. He was the radio guy.
Yeah.
The dude, there was definitely a dude that owned Diego's that was a firefighter.
Yeah, but Diego's when he opened it up
When he
before
opened it up.
it was he was on
Yeah,
radio.
yeah, he was on Q102. Now he fucks around on OGL, I think.
Yeah.
What is
Oldies
OGL?
joint. Oldies.
How old are we talking?
Like
80s and 90s and shit?
Billy Joel and shit.
Ooh.
Billy Joel spent. Hold on. My first and last concerts were Billy Joel.
That doesn't mean he's not old.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know,
Like,
he's
how
old as
old are we
shit,
talking?
dude.
Like, yo,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
not-
back in the '60s to now.
Real quick before we get off, what do you think about these island boys, dude?
Oh yes, sir.
Are you talking about the dudes with the hair and
Yes,
the
yeah,
thing?
we're talking about that. Yeah.
What do you
think
Them
about these
boys.
guys?
I don't think it's funny. I don't get it. I mean, But-
They're really trying.
yeah.
Is it the new 6ix9ine? Like,
No,
you know
I
what
just
mean?
think, like-
6ix9ine didn't have a talent, but he definitely did have like a heart and a sound to him.
Bro, we're just in a world where, like, the more annoying and unique you can be and persistent with your whatever the fuck you're trying to do, the more it cuts through, the more people buy into it, the more, like, they hear it and, like, you know, you hear people do the fucking, I'm an island boy, and you start to fucking hear it in your head and whatever. I've seen the video now a bunch of times. I watch it. I don't laugh.
It's
don't-
annoying, but it sticks in your brain.
Yeah, I guess that's the deal, you know. So it's like anything. I mean, it's why the Kardashians are famous. It's like, you know, it's anything. It's I don't know, but I try as hard as I can, especially given what I do and the format that I work in and the audience that I work with. I try to stay in with all this TikTok fucking shit. It's just so like,
Do you have a TikTok?
yeah, but I don't give
He
a
has
fuck.
to.
I don't-
He doesn't want to. He goes on there for work.
That's really
Oh,
what
yeah.
it
He
is.
said,
If
"Oh,
I like
fuck."
the day I stop doing this shit, I'm cutting all my social media. I hate social media. I'm over it. I love technology. I love that we're doing this. I love that we can do this. I just get so frustrated with the fact that we all have to be on this same train, the same track all the time. And if you're not on it, you feel like you're behind or whatever. And I just like, I don't give a fuck about half the shit that everybody freaks out over. And I'm like, whatever. But that being said, most people don't give a fuck about shit that I really care about. So it's a fair trade.
100%. Well said.
That's it.
I fuck with that heavy.
Well
Appreciate you guys
spoken.
having me on,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude.
Thank you.
You're the
Thank you
man.
for coming on.
Hell
Sure.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to
Big
bust
Wayne's
off some
hitting
pizza.
Yeah. Oh, follow me at FM Buster.
FM Buster.
FM Buster.
Was it 3 to 7?
3 to 7, Monday through Friday, Q102. These fucking nuts.
These fucking.
We're going to end with a
nuts.
yeet yeet.
Yeet.
We always end with a yeet yeet.
We haven't been, but we're gonna start it now. We're gonna start it again.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You didn't. Oh, that's you saying 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, that
I
was.
thought
that
you were
was
about
us,
to be
yeah.
like 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
No.
You're just like, 3, 2, 1.
We'll do it again.
All
We'll do it again. Hold on. All right.
You can do
This is on 3, 2, 1, and then we'll get a yee yee
Yeah.
on 1. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Yeet.